Good morning, dear children. Last class we saw about the history of computer, and today we are going to see about the generations of computer. In 20th century, electricity was invented. This led to the rapid development of computers. Let us discuss how the modern computers evolved generation after generation. So first, let us see about the first generation of computers. So the computers that were developed from 1946 to 1958 we call as the first generation computers. Here they use the vacuum tubes for building computers. They use thousands of vacuum tubes, so the size became very big and it occupies more space. And then next we will see about the features of first generation computers. Here they used vacuum tubes, and then they use the machine language. You all know regarding the machine language, right? What is the machine language? The machine language is the machine codes. The computer accepts only the machine codes, that is the binary numbers, that is zeros and ones. And once again, regarding the size, they have mentioned the size was very big. Okay, and then the next point will be it was very expensive. Okay, and then they also produced lot of heat. And now we will move on to the next point, that is regarding the operating speed. Okay, so whatever operation or whatever action we do with the first generation computers, the speed was very slow. Okay, and then coming to the next point is regarding the reliability. It was not much reliable. Means what? It was not much trustable. We cannot trust doing work with the first generation computers. Okay, so the examples for these first generation computers was ENIAC and UNIVAC. Next we'll see about the second generation computers. So the computers that were developed during 1959 to 1964 we call as the second generation computers. And here they used transistors in place of vacuum tubes. Okay, this is the transistor. Okay, the picture of the transistors, and here we can see the transistors that are arranged in a discrete manner to develop a computer. Discrete means nothing but separate. Okay, each transistors are built separately, arranged separately in order to build a computer. Okay, and now let's see the features of second generation computers. Here we use the transistors instead of vacuum tubes. Okay, and now the next point is they use the assembly language, whereas in the first generation computer they use the machine language. So what is an assembly language? Assembly language is a low level programming language. Okay, and here we have an assembler which automatically converts this assembly language into the machine language. Okay, so next the point is the cost got reduced. The cost got reduced when comparing to the first generation computers. And then the next point is regarding the size. The size also became smaller comparing to the first generation computers. And then the next point is regarding the speed of operation. The operating speed also became faster comparatively. And then the next point is regarding the heat. It also produces lot of heat similar to the first generation computers. And IBM 140, Mark III and Leo are the examples of second generation of computers. Then the size difference between vacuum tube and a transistor is, in place of one vacuum tube you can place 40 transistors. Okay, now we'll see regarding the third generation computers. The computers that were developed during 1965 to 1970 we call as the third generation computers, and here they use the IC, means the integrated circuits. Okay, this made computer more powerful, and here you can see the image of the integrated circuit. And here in the third generation computers, the transistors were replaced by the integrated circuits. These integrated circuits are also known as semiconductor chips. Now let's see about the features of third generation computers. Here they used integrated circuits, and then the next point is they used high level languages like Fortran and COBOL. Okay, whereas in the first generation they used machine language, second generation they used the assembly language, and then in the third generation they use the high level languages like Fortran and COBOL. Fortran and COBOL are the high level languages. And the next point is regarding the size. They became smaller comparing to the second generation computers. Okay, comparatively the size became small. And then the next point is regarding the heat produced. So comparing to the second generation computer, the third generation computers generated less heat and were more reliable. And the next point is regarding the instructions. It can perform billions of instructions in few seconds, and only during this period we started interaction with the keyboards and monitors. Okay, and IBM 360, ICL 1900, CDC, etc. are the examples of third generation computers. And next we'll see the fourth generation computers. And this fourth generation computer started in 1971, and they used microprocessor, which is a single chip that does all the processing. And then the size was comparatively very small, and this became the more powerful computer. And this image is the image of the microprocessor. And next we'll see about the features of fourth generation computers. Fourth generation computers, they use the microprocessor, and then they use the high level languages like C, C++, and Java. C++ and Java are the advanced high level languages. Okay, and then it is a multi-purpose computer, and it was accurate, reliable, and very fast. Okay, and now the example for these are Intel 4004, Macintosh, IBM 370, etc. And in 1981, IBM introduced its first personal computer for the home users, and in 1984, Apple introduced the Macintosh. Okay, and now let's see about the fifth generation computers, which is used at present and will be used beyond. And this fifth generation computers are based on artificial intelligence. Okay, they are still in development. So the main goal of the fifth generation is to develop the computers that can respond to natural language. Okay, and the example for this is the robot. So it is capable of learning and taking their own decisions. So the features of the fifth generation computers are these large scale integrated chips. That is, the fifth generation computers will use the super large scale integrated chips, and they will have artificial intelligence and they'll be able to recognize images and graphs, and they can also solve highly complex problems including decision making. Okay, and then the next final point is again regarding the natural language. They are intended to work with natural language. Okay, so it doesn't require any low level languages or high level languages. Okay, and now for today I'm giving you an assignment, so you complete it and submit it by today or tomorrow. Thank you, dear children. Take care. Have a great day.